I'm live, I'm live, I'm live. Beautiful. This is what we like. Okay. Let me quickly set up. We are rocking and rolling. Just let me know if you're in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one live stream show in the world. Welcome to the Reeeeeeady BANG live arm wrestling podcast. I'm your host, the Aussie arm wrestler, and as always, look what is sticking around. I am the 2019 Melbourne Cup left arm 80 to 95 kilo amateur third place getter, most sought after trophy in the arm wrestling world. And if I do look a bit dog-eyed, bug-eyed, droopy-eyed, you would have just seen I spent 3 hours commentating the Norway versus Latvia super matches, which we will get into in just a moment. Did I have a good sleep? I haven't had a nap just yet, Devon, but thank you for coming back and having a chat with the Aussie arm wrestler, because we do have a bit to get through today. I am super excited, but guys, just give us a ready bang who is in the chat. And of course, first thing is first. We're going to talk about the super matches. What had happened is it was pulled over my eyes. I was really hoping that the Coach Ray and Frode match would happen straight away, but they didn't. They went all the left-hand matches first. When I say all the left-hand matches, 4 left-hand matches first, and then 4 right-hand matches. And I'll tell you what, the action itself was really good. Really good. Opening matches, left arm and right arm opening matches. Ronnie the Hawk come back from 0-2 down to win 3-2. So the matches were entertaining. So the whole thing went for about 3 hours, 2 hours, 45 minutes, around there. Probably got about 8 minutes of action out of that 2.5 hours. So the matches itself were fantastic, even though the results didn't go according to plan to Coach Ray. He lost 6-0 on the left, lost 4-2 on the right. Frode just looking good, looking strong. I still thought the matches were highly entertaining. Everyone in the chat, if you did get up and watch them early, tell me what you think about the match, because I've just got one thing we do need to have a chat about. Cheers to everyone. My man, Monster from Mildura. Ready bang to you, and welcome everybody. It is fantastic. We are starting off with this. I did get up, I did commentate, I had a good chat with some fantastic people and had a great laugh. The one thing that was just taking, it just took too long. It was just taking too long. So what was happening is, and I'm not throwing any shade, I am not throwing any disrespect. If you go back to my commentary, all I do is praise anyone and everyone that is involved. But of course, I'm going to host the show, so I need to just say how I would have tried my best to improve it. So the guys would set up, take forever to get a grip, take forever to get a ref's grip, slip, and then they bugger off again. Chalk up, go talk to the coaches and things like that, come back, ref's grip, nah, not happening, straps there. And then they'd get them and they would just be so close to getting the match started. And then the ref just couldn't get some knuckle deep. And then then they'd stop, restart, and do it all again. Now, I've just got to quickly mention before I go on about this, because Adam Hasty is in the chat, and of course, my Patreon supporters, thank you very much to everyone that has jumped on board for this. 50 cents a week. That's all it is, 50 cents a week, and I do a bit of posting on my Patreon. It's just 50 cents, but that is all right. Anyone that is in the chat and liking the video and everything, you are supporting, and these guys are just chucking a few dollars extra in there. So I really do appreciate it. I'll try and get to the comments in a moment. Let's go back to Ray versus Frode. Yeah, little tiny micro fouls were getting called. And look, there is room for that. The purist of the sport, the nostalgic people of the sport thoroughly enjoy that, Engen Terzi refereeing some of the matches, and and he's a legend of the sport and did some great things. And if you have those goggles on, it was fantastic. The event was beautiful. But if you're a slightly impatient Australian fella sitting in front of an Aussie arm wrestler banner, I just need things to pick up a little so I can throw a ready bang here and a ready bang there. I was having some ready bangs all loaded up, and then there was one match I cannot remember which match it was, but it took about 14 minutes just to get the first round going. But anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it was fantastic. The matches itself. Can't wait to see what happens next to Coach Ray. I can't wait to see the next match for Frode. And also Caspers and Vlad just absolutely threw hand grenades and just finished their match straight away. Absolutely blitzed their opponents 3-0. Super impressive. It would be interesting. If anyone was watching the Voice of Arm Wrestling and not tuned into the Aussie Arm Wrestler, let me know how Marlon and Fia went. Also, let me know how the comment section were. I've had some feedback about how the comment section and everything was going, so it was interesting to know, was it good and things like that. Welcome to everyone in the chat. Let me know, of course, from around the world where you are. There is one person in the chat that is from upstairs, and that is Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler. She's quickly jumped in the chat while I was in Brecky. Adam Hasty, Fox 8 Ball is in the chat. John Stone is in the chat. He thought it was pretty tedious to watch. The action itself, the arm wrestling itself was good once it was ready to go. The excitement, but when you only get between 5 to 8 minutes for 3 hours, we just need to pick up that process to make it super entertaining. And, but it was great. What else? Jeremiah just back in the chat. All my superstars that love supporting me are in the chat. It is fantastic. Ben McCabe in the chat. Greg's in the chat. Beautiful. It's all happening. So yeah, and that's what I thought about that. It is what it is, isn't it? That's just the way it was. Frode, be interesting to see what match I would give him next. Hopefully all these guys can travel. It's good they could go from Latvia and Norway. Cooper Maxwell, ready bang from Texas. Yeehaw, my friend. I cannot wait to smash 2 beers together like Steve Austin and have a few drinks in Texas. I just cannot wait so I can go more than 1 kilometer from my house so I can start traveling and meeting all you guys. I would love to just do a tour and meet everyone in the chat and have a beer with each and every one of you. Cuba Maxwell, thank you very much for your $4.99 super chat. It's all happening. Ray was an absolute beast today. I expected no less from him. Thank you, Bevan. It was it was thoroughly different. I would certainly that would be my only thing. Just speed it up a bit. But in saying that, the Eastern Europeans and that side of the world, they really love that kind of setup, and that's fine. That is fine. I will continue to commentate as much as I can. I just might become better prepared. I thought I was coming in all guns blazing. I thought I was going to go live. I thought Frode and Ray were going to have their match and then I could go have a nap. But it didn't work out the case, and that is okay. Some interesting things are happening. Let's move on. I'll tell you what, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler, you have some fans in the chat. And don't worry, guys, as I was saying in the live stream earlier, Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler is going to come on the show. Don't you worry about that. We've got a couple of things happening, and I really wanted to jump on. I'm not sure if she wants to jump on, but she's willing to help out and say g'day to everyone. But at the moment, she's just having breakfast and probably having another nap because she's just heard me for 3 hours screaming ready bang while the matches were on. Devon versus Thor. I'll tell you what, I am copying it from every which way. And I'm getting treated really badly about all this, but I really am enjoying the difference in opinion. This is very split. I did a poll on Instagram and it turned out 3-1. More people were picking Devon than Thor, 3-1. But I tell you what, a lot of people, when I did my last video of why Devon wins, had a lot of people, and they weren't disrespectful or anything, but a lot of people flying the Game of Thrones, the Thor, the Mountain. They were flying his flag, and they truly believe that Thor is going to win. And interesting conversations just here in Australia. I know I've got my brother, he's not too sure. He reckons the weight difference and things like that, he thinks Thor's going to win. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. The good thing is we do not have to wait long. Devon updating on the daily about it. I'd love a bit more video from Thor. Just a quick chat. Hey, Thor, come on the show. Devon, come on the show. Let's all have a bit of a quick chat and see what is going on. But enjoying, Devon playing the mind games. He does everything fantastic when it comes to building this matchup and trying to get in Thor's head or even Thor's support group's head. Because, that is the beauty, ladies and gentlemen. That is the beauty about sport. We can have a difference of opinion and still get along. It's all good. Yeah, punch out. Yeah, Hector, if you guys aren't on AW graphic design, Hector, he designed my logo and he's the guy that does all this. This is Hector Beltrain, his company, AEW Graphic Design, Arm Wrestling Graphic Design, and he's done the logo, and he's done that punch out. So I've pinched it from him. What have we got? Carolyn Looms just quickly reckons that Ray's too nice a guy. Frode has dirty throwing the elbow fouls in losing positions, get the instant reset when Ray would have pinned him left arm. Well, I know they called one pin on the right arm for slipping in a losing position, but a couple of times, I don't know if it was. I understand what you're saying, Carolyn. 100% understand what you're saying, going back to the Ray match, but I don't know if it was done dirty. You saw the look on Frode's face every time he got called for an elbow foul. He did look legitimately like, we got to go again and we got to set up. I don't think Frode plays like that. He likes to sit in that position and chop, knife edge chop down. But thank you for jumping in there. Devon versus the Thor. Guys, let me know who's winning. Let me know who's punching each other all over the shop. Who is going to fill the ring full of uppercuts and who is someone that can't even box eggs. I'm really interested to see this one. Of course, I'll be doing a live commentary, whether they want to invite me to the event. I'm trying to ask Core Sports to get me to commentate the match, but people power. Everyone bombard Core Sports and say, we need the Aussie arm wrestler calling this live on pay-per-view, and I cannot wait to get amongst that. Good actor, says Caroline. Well, he got me fooled, so he can get Frode can get an Oscar for his Frobo Baggins on that one. So I find all this very, very interesting. The matchup. I think it's great for arm wrestling. It's another question I want to ask everyone that is in the chat comment section. Do you think this is good for arm wrestling? I think it is fantastic. Devon is just putting us on the map, and once again, he's going to grab people that aren't even interested. And especially if he gets the win, turns around, and then people are like, oh my God, arm wrestlers can fight. Let's go check out Devon, and then Devon, and it sprawls on there. Devon will just pass all these new people onto the right channels. Hopefully a couple just come over to the Aussie arm wrestler and say g'day. But yeah, it's great for arm wrestling. It's awesome for arm wrestling. It's going to be good. I really think that, I really think that it happens. I think Devon wins. I don't think you could change my mind. And now that Devon's training, he's sleeping at a really good gym, as we all know. If you don't know, Devon's moved into a gym for the next 5 weeks, and he's going to live and breathe and eat this and try and pick up, work on some cardio, see if he can get some massages to straighten his arms fully when he throws those jabs. I still think Devon wins. His pedigree tells me Thor's looking amazing. He's dropped a lot of weight. He's looking sharp. But it doesn't matter. I don't know. Something about it. Something the way he moves around. No grace about it. No footwork. But anyway, that's the way I see it happening. Alrighty, next thing I want to have a bit of a chat about. It is happening. Travis Bagent is hoping to come back in the arm wrestling world. I think he smells money. And Cody Merritt has been thrown out there with a possible super match. I'm not sure if it's going to be left arm or right arm. Either way, I hope they do both arms. As we know, Travis is probably the greatest or one of the greatest left arm wrestlers of all time. I'm probably the greatest, just putting it out there. But, and then of course, world champion Cody Merritt, who just decides to arm wrestle with broken arms on the left arm. I think, I just, people are really turned off by Travis's attitude and his character and the way he goes about it. I love it. There's just something about it. He was dropping my name on the Uncle John Arm Wrestling show. He jumped in Uncle John's live stream there, and I was, trying to get him to come to my show afterwards, and he's just not getting there. He says he loves me and we're laughing a bit of banter, but hopefully one day I'll have Travis Bagent on the show. But I want him back on the table. I want him back on the table competing. He's got nothing to prove. He's got zero to prove to the arm wrestling world. But he's a character, and I'm a character type driven person. He's an entertainer. And as we know, I am an entertainer type person. Alrighty, I'll try and get through some comments. Everyone just saying g'day, having a chat. Neither can box, but Devon's got more mongrel. Should take the W in the close one. So yeah, that match is awesome for arm wrestling. The only problem is when new fans watch their first arm wrestling match and see 15 elbow fouls and no pins. Yeah, and they're the things that, going back to the Latvia-Norway event, it's very hard to engage new people, to just watch matches like, oh yeah, here, watch this. Like, we just saw 15 minutes and we've seen a slip. So, yeah, we'll come back to the highlight videos before we get them all over. New fans won't see elbow fouls. What have we got? Thor moves as fast as a mountain. Yeah, he's just got no hip movement like myself. Worst case scenario is Devon gets knocked out and becomes a meme like Nate Robinson. That is true. Yeah, beautiful. It's all happening. Beautiful. Some good comments. Yeah, going back to Travis. I think it's fantastic. Travis Bagent coming. And if he pulls Cody Merritt, I think on both arms, I think someone's throwing some money. I'm hearing like $5,000 on the table is getting thrown out there for the match. So it'll be good. I hope the match happens, and I hope the match happens soon. I've probably just got to go watch a few more videos to just get a bit more detail of where it's going to happen. I've missed a couple of videos. I just can't watch everything, even though I try. Okay, let's throw it out there. The Aussie arm wrestlers plonk 5K on the table. Who is winning this one, right hand, and who is winning this match, left hand? Let me know in the comments. Do we have Cody Merritt just putting Travis Bagent back in his place, or do we have the Beast? The Beast! Ho, ho, ho! Travis Bagent just reminding everyone how great that son of a gun is. But it's, people are... Yeah, beautiful. YouTube Connolly family, thank you very much for the kind words. Saying keep up the great videos. It's good to see your channel is doing better every week. I'm pretty happy as well. I'm pretty happy that it's just slowly grabbing. People are, some people are willing to help me out, and it's cool, but I'm happy to grind. I'm into hour 4 of having a chat with everyone. So I love it. Thank you everyone that does support, and I'm really appreciative of it. And comments like that just make it just all that worthwhile. You have no idea when I get into my little humble zone how much I appreciate that. Ready Bang from Oklahoma from OKC. We've got Rockstar Arm Puller. Fires in with a 9.99 super chat. Thank you very much. If you've got a question, Rockstar Arm Puller, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for your super chat. Oh, don't worry. Do not worry. I want Travis on the show, and it'll be amazing. But I am going to tell you a bit later on who my next guest on the podcast is. Fingers crossed it doesn't get cancelled or postponed, but I've got something lined up and I am very, very happy. But we'll get to that a bit later. A little bit of a teaser. A little bit of a Malteser on that one. Right, who's winning? Travis Bagent, Cody Merritt. Cody the Spur, and I'm going to get Cody on the show. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because I just like the guy. I think he's great. I think he's got a great story to tell. Even his daughter's qualified for Worlds. Beautiful pedigree going on there. But and of course that broken arm with Robert Topi. Oh, wasn't that nothing short of amazing? You know what I mean? Most people, break their pants during a match. And, oh no, I've got to fix my pants. He breaks his arm and goes, let's go a couple of more rounds. I've got to get this win. So, yeah, Cody's going to be fantastic. And do you think it's good that Travis is dipping his feet back in the arm wrestling world? Also, let me know that. I think it's fantastic. One, it's great the whole arm wrestling community gets together. It's great that we all are up and about. We're all up and about, and I love that we're all together. But sometimes you need a villain. I mean, so many people tune into Ryan Bowen's channel because they hate him so much. He'll go out there and throw some predictions out there, or he'll say how good he is, and I'm all cool with that. I think it's entertaining as hell. Yes, I get along with Ryan. We all know that, and we're going to talk about him very shortly. But I just think, and Travis Bagent, he sits there and goes, there are no such thing as arm wrestling fans, and that's cool. It's a discussion topic. We need villains. Sometimes when we all get along and we're all scared to say, something that goes against the grain, it can get a bit bland, a bit plain labelled, So we need them. Get them in. I'm happy for Travis. Couple of things in the comment. We got Team Devon, which is happening. Travis needs to come back and complete. Should be more on YouTube. Yeah, I think he's trying to get his mates' YouTube up and about, which is good. If Bagent was still Bagent, he'd win. But we don't know if he is Bagent. He just might be washed up, blow hard. Yeah. Southwest Arm Wrestler. Stick with it, Jake. Your talent will prevail. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much for that. Oh, just thoroughly enjoy doing it. And when Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler's in the comments, you can see that she is supporting it. So, yeah, even if my channel plummets, I will talk to one of yous, I'll talk to two of yous, I'll talk to 100 of yous. I love, at the moment we've got 20 in the chat, which I'm very grateful for. So thank you very much. Cody's a beast. Love that Bowen gets hate watched. Yeah, so do I. The views happen, the clicks happen, the money comes in, and I just find it all so funny because for me, and some people like the world, people have a reason to hate people, and that is fine. He's been nothing good for me. Right, speaking of, a match has been put out there. Ryan Bowen has made about 419 super matches. He's teased about another 380 more, and because of what is happening in the world, they all get cancelled. They all get cancelled. And just me wanting to watch and call the matches, get frustrated as hell. So I can't imagine how frustrating it is for him. He's on an 11-match super match. This match is now on Armbet. Devon just put, on State Kings, Devon just put a video up saying it is now live. Live on State Kings. We have Lachlan Adair, the Anvil, taking on Ryan Bowen. Ryan saying it is the number one spot in Australia. And look, man, when he put out, if you go and have a look at the comment section on his Facebook post about it being number one, man, there was some interesting discussions about that. Ryan was using the word amateur because there's no prize money in our national tournaments. He wasn't degrading, in my eyes, he wasn't degrading anything about what the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation are doing. They're doing amazing things, but he's just saying this is for pros, championship belt, money. So this is professional. If you make money from it, you're a professional. If you're competing, competing for, a trophy, then that's amateur. And I don't think, but the comment section, of course, the comment section went. So this is a professional for the number one in Australia. Look, Lachlan, I haven't seen Lachlan have a match since Arnold's or Zlotty, Ben Carroll, who's hanging around as the number one in Australia. He hasn't had a match in quite a long time. So it'll be interesting. And I'm happy. I'm happy to call this number one in Australia. I'm happy. I'm not bothered. Ben wants to get in there and jump in. He's not thoroughly interested. Go back and watch my podcast with Ben Carroll, who's a jet. Super strong. Flop press in the jeans. Bang! Knows how to get it done. Very impressive in Slotty. Ryan Scott was number one for a while. Ryan Bowen then went and beat him. Lachlan's just feeling strong and would be able to beat a few people that are sitting around in the top 10. So he hangs around. I would love Brett Coote to go in and challenge anyone after this match if Brett can get out of Victoria. Brett lives at the same town, the same state I live in, and I would love for Brett to go and challenge some of these guys and put his stamp, because sometimes people sleep on him because he's a fantastic puller, a strong puller. He's a reigning national champion as well. So I want him to just go in there and make a few bucks in the process. And I just think they'd be interesting matchups. I think the styles would be in the interesting matchups. I had about 300 votes so far on my Instagram post. I did it with these two guys. Who do you think's going to win? And it sits around 2-1 Lachlan. I had about 68% saying the Anvil and 32% saying Ryan. So it'll be interesting to see. This match is happening on October 23rd. So still a lot of time. What are we now? We're 21st of August. So 2 months, 8 weeks. It's actually not that long. Beautiful. We've got top 8 to come after that. What else have we got? The Devon boxing match. Oh my God, it's all happening. It is all happening. Beautiful. So very excited about this matchup. I had about 300 votes happening. So yeah, can Blue do it? It'd be interesting to see if they still train together now, because now they're going to go head to head. They've got a sponsor and got $500 on the table. I'm going to work out how the Aussie arm wrestler can get involved and hopefully put some money on it. It's going to be interesting. Let me see what is happening in the chat. People talking about Cody. He's one of my absolute favourite pullers. Yeah, absolutely. WAF is amateur, and that's the toughest copy in the world. Yeah, he's not saying that it's not competitive, but Ryan's saying, right, I've moved on now. I've gone from amateur, I'm going to go professional now. And he wants to sit professional and things like that. So yeah, it just sucks that it's called amateur, even though they're not amateurs. But the term, what describes it, I get both sides of the argument. I really do. And I understand both sides. So yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, Robert Galley says, welcome to the bang. Beautiful. Ryan is catching up with Lachlan every time. Yeah. Have either of these boys won the Australian Super Heavyweight title on the right arm? Not being a smart ass. I genuinely don't know. Yeah, Ryan's been a national champion quite a lot. I think Lachlan's won on the left, or he's won Arnold's on the left. So they've both won top tier competitions. Ryan's won 4 or 5 times. So yeah. So they've won state titles, national titles. I have to double check with Lachlan. If Ryan or Lachlan take it around, tag them up and say just double check. Because Lachlan was pretty superior. I think he didn't fare too well on the right arm. But Lachlan was only new. This was I'm going back 2019. 2019 Arnold's was the last time I saw Lachlan live, and then he pulled Zlotty later on that year. There are others that could be number one, but Ryan wants it. Ryan just wants to pull anyone and everyone, and he wants to bring people with him on this train. And try and get on it. Try and get on it if you can. He tries to help people out. He throws money. He just wants matches, create content, has a chat and things like that. He wants to pull internationally and say, hey, Australia's pretty good. I want to commentate internationally to say, hey, everyone, Australia is good. I've done some commentary on the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation channel, so you see more and more different Australian arm wrestling pullers. But at the moment, I respect the guy's hustle. He's going out there every day and wanting it. And if people complain, oh, people only know Ryan Bowen, well, he's the only one putting himself out there. And I encourage and I want more of my fellow Australians to get up, move about, whether it's starting and being active on social media or having more and more super matches when we can. I am all for it. And that's what I want. I want more channels. I want more content. I want more people challenging. I would love it if I had some top guys here in my state to go, Aussie arm wrestler, I want to set up a match with this person. Let's make it happen. Bang, I'm your guy. And that's what I want to do. So Ryan's out there going, I think I can beat him. I think I can beat him. I'm going to challenge him. I've beat him. Awesome. But who's winning this one? Who is winning this one? I'm not going to give my tip just yet because I might make a separate video on this. But it's going to be unbelievable. Alrighty, $5 super chat from Robert Kelly says, let's talk about the real deal. Uncle John's breakdown of Grant Diet. Wow. Wasn't that hilarious? That was quite funny. Uncle John doing some great things, and everyone knows I fly the flag for Uncle John. He does some funny things, and he's just picked out like a internet troll, Facebook troll guy, and I think Grant's going to come on his show next week, so keep an eye out for that. But Robert Kelly, spot on. It was hilarious. Uncle John's a funny guy, and yeah, and I can't wait. Hopefully, I'm not busy so I can watch it live because I believe he's getting Grant on the show, so that'll be good. Trolled him, have a chat about him, bang, and sorted him out. I'm all over it. It's really good. It's really good. But also, not only let me know what you think of Grant Dye, but let me know who you think's going to win the Ryan Bowen versus Lachlan Adair matchup. Let me know in the chat. What have we got? Aussie doesn't sleep. All arm wrestling all day. That is right. And the beat goes on. I do love arm wrestling. I do love arm wrestling, clearly. But I just, although I do throw some catchphrases, I just want to show that I can hang. I can hang with anyone on the microphone. I can talk and talk and talk. I can throw zingers. I can be quick-witted. I can wake up and be on like that. And I'm happy to put in the hours and pay my dues doing 3 hours commentary, couple of hours off back with the live stream because there's so much that we need to talk about that we're getting through. And it's fantastic. But thank you. Thank you. And the beat goes on. Yeah, beautiful. What do we got here? Bowen is going to lose 0-5. 0-5. Wow. Big call, Rob. But that's okay. I love it. I love the predictions. I am massive on going the early crow. I think it's great, and I don't even care if I'm wrong. I think it's awesome. And throughout the period, throughout the time, I will probably change my mind. The Monster Michael Todd Devon Larratt match was a huge one. That was making me change my mind as time went on. But that is cool. And the beat goes on. Says, you and Neil on Armwars commentary would be awesome. Well, before, you know what? No, that's Patreon. Let's get back to this screen. So, it's good that you bring that up and the beat goes on. I wish I had my photo here, but I was very fortunate enough to get a video call from Neil Pickup. And he goes, Jake, Aussie, let's do it. I've promised you an interview for a long, long time. You let me know how you do it. That is my big news. The next person that is going to be on the Aussie Arm Wrestler podcast is the one and only, the most stoic man in all of arm wrestling, the fat lad, Neil Pickup. Calls himself the fat lad, so I'm not calling him the fat. You shut up, you all know what I mean. But I am absolutely pumped for this one. I'm just going to show him that we can flow. I'm going to show him that I can hang. But I want to show everyone, before the commentary and the creation of Arm Wars, Neil was a bad man on the table. Now, I might get way too excited with this podcast and it could go for 2 or 3 episodes, but it is happening. It is happening. I'm so excited. Neil Pickup is going to be my next guest on the show. I'm very excited. I got a few hard-hitting questions to ask my man. A few hard-hitting questions. So I'm excited for that one. And of course, I just want to see how we gel. We've had banter. We've had banter on the phone. We've had banter in the text messages and things like that. Neil's always been great to me. Now we get to go head to head. So now it becomes a question, do I want to do it live or do I just want to record it and release it in episodes? Either way, it is going to be good. I will keep you updated on the decision where I go to have it. So let me know in the comments what you think. Get through some of these comments. People saying, nice, Aussie. The stakes match my prediction. Beautiful. What do we got? Ryan needs to pull out all the cheese, says from Performance Enhancing Pancake. Rockstar Arm Puller says, Ryan has gotten stronger, but I think Lachlan will pull out the W. Lachlan skunks him. Yeah. Like again, 2-1. That's how it's looking like on any poll I go to. It's like Ryan has it in his head that Lachlan is better, so I don't know if he believes he can win. Interesting take. Very interesting take on that one. Very interesting take, but nah. Ryan's a different kind of animal. Could just be mind games. Could be trying to play the Devon one. Here we go. That's great, Aussie. Congratulations, Neil. Wow, that'll pump up your views. First Aussie on Neil's podcast. No, he does a show. Wait, first Aussie on Neil's podcast. No, Neil's coming on my show. And don't forget Ryan Bowen's on the fix every week. So I might be the second or third Aussie. I'd have to be the second to go back and forth with Neil. I don't know if Lachlan's been on the show with him yet. I know, of course, Ryan on the fix every week. And that means once Neil comes on the show, that means I've got my complete collection. And I have interviewed everyone on the fix. Beautiful. Fresh for fresh. Blue has no chance. Neil is awesome giving people space to be themselves. Live for the super chats. Yeah, so a couple of interesting comments. Caroline said that'll pump up my views and which it will and things like that. But I don't do this for the views. You guys in the chat that just keep the conversation going. I do it for you guys. I do it for myself because I just love, I get into that arm wrestling fan type person. And 18 months ago, I was watching these guys on the TV and now they're messaging me and they're calling me and like, hey man, when am I coming on your show? Let's go on the show. Can you commentate my match? Can you jump on this live stream? Can you make time? So the fan still in me, the sports fan in me is like, holy moly, this is awesome. Bang, up and about. I wake up and whenever I jump in someone's live stream, everyone's like, Aussie, ready bang. So you guys are the reason why I do this. I am not bothered if not one person watches my interview with Neil Pickup. Because me wanting to be a professional commentator, professional podcaster, an arm wrestling radio host, whatever it is, if I can do this full time, I am talking with the elite in the field that I want to be in. And he's almost the elite in all sports. Neil Pickup's commentary is unbelievable. So I am able to have that. So then when it comes to my discussion of having this live or having this pre-recorded and spread out to you guys. Having it live, yes, it'll be good for the super chats. I don't know if I want to be interrupted by the super chats. Like I just want to really go head to head with Neil and have a chat. Of course, the extra money, it would be fantastic. But I am not in this for the money. I don't think any arm wrestler is in this for the money. Yes, I get a few extra dollars a week from arm wrestling that I'm so appreciate for anyone that watches, likes the video, doesn't skip the ads, throws in a super chat, sign the Patreon, buy some Aussie Arm Wrestler merch, hat, shirt, singlet. I am appreciative of all you guys, 100%. So That's where I'll sit every day and I'll have a chat with some people close to me. At the moment, I am leaning to a pre-recorded so we can go head to head. But a part of me is like, I want to bring everyone that's been a part of this journey on board as they see me hit a pretty good, guest. But then you look at all my other podcasts and I very rarely do a live one. I might have people jump on and we have a live chat about the world of arm wrestling. But this one, I really want to dive into Neil's career on the table and off the table. So much to talk about with him. So at the moment, I am leaning towards a pre-recorded, but I can be persuaded, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be afraid to tell me in the comments if I am gone absolutely crazy and I am in a lack of sleep mode. What have we got here? Neil described himself as George Clooney if he was floating in a lake for a week. Beautiful. Got it. Still ace. I think Lachlan sweeps. He pulled Ryan so much. No element of surprise unless Ryan... I think training is different. Too. Training is so much different to ready goes, and that's for sure. And a while ago, they had like a practice ready go, and one of their mates did some pretty bad reffing, and Ryan took a couple of rounds back then. I mean, they're both phenomenally strong. I pulled them both at Ryan's wedding. Yes, there was an arm wrestling table at Ryan Bowen's wedding, and I tell you what, that was earlier this year, April this year, and they both feel mega. They both feel unbelievable. It's going to be great. Respect, Jake. You're on the right path, and we appreciate you. Benjamin McCabe, I appreciate you and everyone else. I'm in the arm wrestling world for the love of it, the people, and of course, the glory. Well, you seem to be on the right path, Fox. You seen Johnny Boy just training heaps, which is good. Only thing that's true in the training matches is that Lockie always starts slightly carved. It makes me nervous with my prediction. Arm wrestling is the purest sport right now, in my opinion. Arm wrestling is in a really good... Arm wrestling is in a really good spot. Take advantage of it, guys. Take advantage. We don't know how high this curve will go. I mean, we've got all these channels popping up. We've got all these elites jumping in and having a chat with every single person. We've got, interactions, collaborations, people sharing content, people coming out of nowhere. And one thing I always love, and I've probably harped on about it way too much. I love new arm wrestling channels. Will I get to watch them all? No. Will I give it a go? Yes, of course I will. I want to try and support. Some guys that I do support all the time, I won't have enough time to watch all their videos for the week. So I play their video on my phone when I go to work and it just sits in my pocket. So they get the watch time because I want to support them and I want to help them out. So I think it's great. The more people that do it, we can just build this community. We are in a really good patch. We've got Thor wanting to box an arm wrestler. He only wanted to box Eddie Hall, and then an arm wrestler comes in. We've got Larry Wheels, a bodybuilder YouTube star, wanting to dive in. Arm Wrestling TV, millions, literally millions and millions of people watch him and his brother Schoolboy. How good is that? Now, of course, a lot of us channels wouldn't mind some of those millions just draping down to our channels. But at the moment, I've got some loyal, fantastic people. Fans love the live interaction. They do, mate. They do. But sometimes I can get a bit distracted by the comments. So that's where I'm sitting at the moment. Good night to you, Johnny Boy. He's got to sleep. Dog tired. Enjoy the show. Awesome. Time to crush the mountain. Any tips before I just do non-stop hooks to the head? Devon, no need to train. Larry. Oh, that's hilarious. Imagine Devon pulls a Conor Gregor, Jose Aldo, first round knockout on Thor. Yeah, look, where I don't think there'll be a 15, 20 second knockout. I think they'll all play around. I think Devon will put on a show. I think he'll mess about. And it'll be really interesting. It'll be really interesting to see how it goes. But I still think Devon wins. He needs to, for me and my not so much. I've punched a couple of pads before. My brother's the fighter in the family. I'm the arm fighter. He's the actual fighter. So I was having a chat with him about it, and I reckon Devon needs to get in so Thor can't get those big, long, powerful arms happening. He's a bit wary of the weight difference, but he's going to do a bit of a study, and we might have a chat, and hopefully I can get him on the show, and we can divulge into it close, because he's got a very good fighting background. He's had boxing fights. He does a lot of the MMA, and he's one tough son of a gun. That is for sure. Alrighty, guys, let's just, where am I? Let's just double check. All right, we've been going for about 45 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. If anyone's got any questions, I'll hang around for a couple of more minutes, but I think I'm going to go and pinch out a nap. But I love doing my weekly TV show. Devon versus Thor, who wins? Travis Bagent, if he pulls Cody Merritt, who wins? Ryan versus Lachlan, who wins? And of course, Neil Pickup is coming on the show, which I'm super excited about. Go back, I had a great interview with Alex Kadecha. Man, he was unbelievable. So much fun. It was so good having a chat with him. I had so much fun. Also, let me know what else do you want to see. So the way I do it at the moment, I try and organise podcasts. I do the live show every week. I commentate a match or two during the week. But I also love commentating like live fails and things like that. You know, like dumb criminals, people falling over. I love entertaining. Do you guys like seeing that on my channel? Also, I started another channel. If you guys are into trivia, head over to your daily dose of trivia. I do a daily trivia show over there, 5-6 minutes. It's just all in a bit of fun. I'm not worrying about if that gets monetized or pushes subscribers. That's just me wanting to be an entertainer, a game show host. But are you enjoying everything that is happening on the channel? Am I going too far in the entertainment world? Let me know in the comments. We got some people. Alrighty, what have we got here? Get some rest, bruh. Great commentary today. Thank you. And the beat goes on. Devon Travis Lachlan from Southwest Arm Wrestler. Southwest Arm Wrestler, where are you from? Where's Southwest? So excited for Travis versus Cody. The Alex interview was awesome. Great guy. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, he was, man. I just sat there and just let him go. And he just talked. It was so good. And I love people like that when they come on the show. And I'll just jump in when I'm ready to attack it. I think I like that. Sometimes I've had a few people come on the show and they're very tight-lipped. They make me work for the interview. But then that just shows what I can do on this bad boy on this. What else have we got? Thanks, Ben, for doing the Kadecha interview. If anyone wants to check it out, it is in the chat, I think. What have we got? That was great. You killed it today, Aussie man. Thank you, Levan and Gasparini. I really enjoyed it. I can't hook up links or things like that. Hang on. Maybe I can do it. Here we go. I reckon I can nail this from here. Just having a bit of a play around before I finish up. Where am I? Here we go. It is all happening and it is all looking good. Let me just... Alrighty, I'm going to try something and let's see if it works. Alrighty. I've just put a YouTube channel on. If anyone can go in there, click and subscribe. That's my daily dose of trivia. Levan says, "No, you suck, Aussie arm wrestler. Ha, jokes. You the man. Love your commentary." I just love you guys. I love that you guys are on board. Whatever, you just think it is fantastic. But guys, look at that link. If anyone wants to go on there and subscribe to a daily trivia, it goes for like 5-6 minutes every day. Couple of surprise appearances from Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler. Edward 48 says, "Devon wins, Travis wins, Bowen loses. Sorry, Ryan." And you don't have to say sorry. He's a grown man. He's an athlete. He's a professional athlete. He understands that people aren't always going to pick him and things like that. But it's going to be injured. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for that. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up. 26. Everyone's starting to jump in the chat now. Anyone got any last words before we wrap it up? You guys have just been... you guys are just the best, man. I could honestly do a whole weekly podcast of how much I love people jumping in the comments of the live stream. You know, I love it. Everyone just jumps in the commentary, throws out a few ready bang. They jump on the video, they jump on the Instagram, they have a laugh. They get excited when I jump in a live stream and have a quick chat while I'm in between doing things. You guys, the support's there. I'm in it for the longer haul. I'm not going anywhere fast. No way. My early predictions. I'm going the early crow. I am going Devon. I think Devon's going to beat Thor. I think right hand, Cody Merritt wins. Left hand, I just need to see some vision of Travis. I just need to see some vision on that left arm. Ryan versus Lachlan. I'm going to do another video about that very soon, so we'll just put a on that one. Might be a bit of a teaser. Congratulations to Frode and everyone that won their super matches today. Frode, Ronnie the Hawk, Caspers, Vlad the Destroyer, all had some good wins. Coach Ray, keep that chin up, my man, and keep doing what you're doing. Really appreciate it. Let's just tighten up and make you go a little bit quicker. You going on Arm TV Tuesday next week? I think so. Because at the moment, everything's shut just about here where I live. So I'll be on Arm TV if I don't go back to work. But I'll just wait for announcements. And I do enjoy popping in there for the first hour of the show. I subscribe to the Daily Buzz. Cleveland Adina, good to see you back in the chat. I haven't seen you for a while. Callum Sidebottom, just want to hear you say my name and ready bang. Callum Sidebottom, ready bang! You're the man. Watch it on Ray's channel with your commentary. Thank you, Mr. Swansea Rob. Good show, buddy. Thanks again. Thank you, Adam. Once again, there's a link if anyone likes daily trivia. Now it's 1 a.m. instead. Heading to bed. Thanks for the streams. I'm going to be on Arm TV. I subscribe. Thank you. Ready bang. Everyone likes Coach Ray. Guys, 29 people still in the chat. You are sucking me in to keep talking. I'm pulling the pin. I love you all, guys. Take care. If you can, tell everyone. Subscribe to all my channels. Really appreciate you legends and your support. You've always got to remember, anytime a match starts, just hear those two awesome words, ready, bang!